You talked about a lot of the things that are going well and wonderful, and you're seeing a lot of uptick and involvement and engagement from your field. What if somebody was starting down that path to gamification, like we just talked about? What would you warn them about, or tell them to be careful of, or don't make this mistake that maybe you did at some point as you were all implementing the platform?
Right. It is a trap. If you concentrate so much on the points and the leaderboard, it will soon become a trap. And we found out when we were doing the pilot testing, we first only launched Tupmice to two distributorships that we chose in Brazil from our back offices. We chose two distributorships and only their new consultants. So we had about 300 people only doing the test for about a month. And we launched it for them only on a Wednesday before a Thursday holiday. So it was a long weekend, right? They had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to check the platform. And then we thought on Monday we would see how it was going. We had a lot of content already because when we launched the pilot, we already had all the content ready for new consultants. So there were 98 tasks and 18 courses in total just for the pilot already. When we arrived in the office on Monday, 4 days after launch, there were over 20 people who had finished everything. And this is crazy because these people, they just went through the content to get the point. They didn't actually pay attention. They just went mad because they saw their names climbing the leaderboard and they just wanted to go to the next and the next and the next, and they weren't really paying attention. So we don't want that. We don't want them to do it for the sake of climbing the leaderboard and not actually taking into consideration the content that they're learning and putting it into practice. So we learned a lesson then that in some specific courses, we have to give them a break. So we stop them from training actually. And we say, well done, you've learned a lot, but now you have to go and put it into practice. So stop now, go think about everything that you learned, write down what you think you have to do next, take so-and-so action, come back in 1 or 2 days, and then you can start again. And we actually stop tasks from opening for them. They won't open again until the resting period that we gave them, because we don't want them to just do it for the sake of getting the points. We want them to actually learn from it. So that is a mistake that we saw very early on in our pilot. And the distributors who were doing the pilot told us there are people who are just doing it because they want to be top of the ranking. And we need to make sure that they are actually learning.
That is a great point, and something that, so many times that we have distributors, consultants involved in, I'm going to learn, or I'm going to be in my back office and, look at this report. We have to make sure that what you're trying to give them as far as content, they put into practice, right? So let's go back to that concept of gamification 2.0. Just like you had certain people get to that point, turn that off, instead of even using a resting period, we can take, okay, when they sell their next $100, or when they have their next party, or when they bring 2 new people into the business. So here again, as you're thinking, folks out there, about gamification, let's not only think about the activities that are happening, as Gabriela said, with the points and badges and leaderboards and things like that. What are they doing to sell more? What are they doing to recruit more? What are they doing in whatever else those metrics are and KPIs are that you want them to be driving in their businesses? So that is a great point for everyone out there to be aware of, right? We don't want them playing games just to play games. We want this content driving their business.